Aloha mai kako, kilo mau tengan with your extended weekly rhythm. So now again, we are going into this firmament stage where things are starting to become more solid. Things are starting to become more real, more tangible. And what that means for a lot of us is we're in one of three stages right now. We are in the midst of our reckoning, right? So we are identifying the choices that we have to make. And these choices are real and have very real consequences to them. Now, that doesn't mean that they're negative by any means. However, as we choose in that direction of ourself, all of a sudden, that being the capital S, we're going to start to feel less connected to self, our lowercase s. So you can see this as sort of the dynamic between our persona and our presence. On one side, the persona is this all-encompassing identity that is largely in reference to external points around us, whereas our presence comes from within. And now as this happens, we choose in, and now if you're in this stage, you're noticing that there's a lot of things that are happening. You're probably feeling a little anxious and on edge, knowing that there are these choices to be made. And though you can't quite articulate what's happening, you feel it. Now, if you've already made some choices, then more likely than not, you are now in your emergence stage, at least the beginning aspects of it, where we are thrust into this area of high uncertainty. And as such, things have changed. That could be, the ending of a relationship. That could be the beginning of a career. That could be, in this stage, usually the closure and opening, right? One door closes, another one then does open. Now, if you're in this stage, then you are navigating a newness to life. Right? Things are happening in ways that you could not even have imagined for yourself, and yet here you are nonetheless. Now, if you're in this stage, then some things that you really want to do is be able to remain open. Just let yourself flow, and to do that requires you to let go. Kind of think about holding on to a rock in a torrent stream, and you just hold on, you just hold on, you just hold on, because largely we assume the worst. Now, when you let go, you could be carried completely safely all the way downriver and just open up into this beautiful lake or a beautiful area that is just so much better than you could even have imagined. Now, if you're already past this stage, then you're deeper into the emergence process. Now, one of the things about this in terms of beyond the degrees of high uncertainty is that we open up the greater capacity of our self, that persona, that essence. And so we are starting to know more of ourselves. And as this happens, it tends to trigger a lot of our past trauma, our personal narrative. Now, again, as we let go, all of a sudden, then we're flowing downstream, and all of a sudden it opens up into this beautiful area. And one of the things that we might do is, because we might still be a little on edge, is we want to swim to shore. We want to get to safety. Now, in this case, though, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be allowing ourselves just to be, rather than hurrying onto the water, just kind of float for a little while. Take a look. Just behold the beauty that's happening and be open to things as they begin to emerge. Say you're out in the water, right? And all of a sudden someone comes up in a canoe or a boat and says, "Hey, what are you doing in here?" And you share, I just let go of my rock and now I floated all the way downstream and here I am. And this could lead into an incredible friendship. This could be something that leads into a relationship. There is not just the newness of the process, there is an openness as well. And this openness allows us then to get more connected, definitely to ourself. That intrapersonal relationship is going to be tantamount to moving forward in this process. And also just allowing ourselves to be. Now, we tend to want to do, right? Very masculine energy and oriented, especially when things are triggering, especially when things are firing. We want to do something. In this arena, we just want to be. We want to allow ourselves just to really center our energy, enter into that place of stillness, enter into that place of silence, and then allow self, capital S, to then provide. Because as we align, which we really is part of the intention of this era and this stage of the process, then as we align with ourselves, all of a sudden things just magically start to fall into place. And so if you're in this stage, then really coming back to that part in terms of not just letting go, also that part in terms of letting flow. Things are going to happen indeed on your behalf, and just allow them to. Irrespective of where you are loved, you are supported, and you are cherished. That's it for now. Love and aloha. Take care. And ahui ho.